Hello, my name is Olakunle Obademi, and this is week 2 contact API project for CSE 341. In this video, I'll be demonstrating my API documentation using Swagger, show how CRUD route working, confirm database updates in MongoDB, and show my deployed API on render. I will start by showing you my project structure. This project follows an MVC style with separate folder for routes, controller, and database. And these are my source folders, and inside the controllers folder is a contact controllers.js, and inside my DB is a connect.js, and inside my route is a contact.js, and also we have the swagger.js and swagger.js in the root folder. In my server.js, this serves as an entry point of the application, and in my contact.js, which define all API routes, and also in my controller.js, which contains all the logic for the routes, and of course my .mv file, which stores MongoDB credentials securely, and also the swagger.js, this one, swagger.js, and inside this one, it contains all my Swagger documentation. And this is my server.js, which starts the Express server and connects to MongoDB. And in this line of code here, this load the environment variable from the .mv file to sensitive data is not hard-coded. And constant Express is required to import Express to handle HTTP requests. And also this line of code here, constant init db, is to import my MongoDB connection logics. And this logic here, help connect the API to MongoDB using credentials stored securely in the .mv file and pointing them to listing at this port, as when I run my app at npm start, and you can see that it shows that the app is connected to MongoDB and server is running at port 88. As can be confirmed on my render just deployed. I just deployed it manually, and as such I can also show you on my local host, local host 8080, which also confirm that API is running live. And I will quickly explain and define a whole CRUD route for the contact resources by using the route. I go to my route here. As you can see, router get, this will give me all the contacts. Why, if I want a singular contact, I use router.get, then I include the ID for that particular contact that I want to see. And same thing, if I want to create, I'll use router post, and it will create a contact for me. And the same way, if I want to update, I will use put, including the ID of a particular contact that I want to update, and as such I can change anything from the contact that I already saved before, change it to any other thing, update any information, then I can add and save again. And also, if I want to delete a contact completely, this would allow me to do so. I will also quickly run you through my Swagger setup. This file generates my Swagger documentation automatically. And this Swagger file is responsible for defining the Swagger configuration and generating the Swagger.json file used by Swagger UI. In the first line here, constant doc, this line declares it clearly defines the main Swagger document object. The object describes how my API should appear in the Swagger UI. And lest I forget, the host points my render deployment, not localhost. This ensures the Swagger documentation tests the live publish API as required by the assignment. And the HTTPS also define the protocol used by the API, while the information that I have here describe the model. The model. This defines the model, which explains the date, the first name, the last name, the email, favorite color, and birthday. And I will quickly like to confirm my Swagger UI live testing. As you can see, from this URL, it shows that on my render, it shows that contact API is running, everything is running live. And I quickly want to check my get or contact, which give me all the contacts. And if I want to check by ID, for instance, for this one, it will give me a single data. And if I want to, and if I want to check my Swagger UI live using API docs, give me this. This is to get in a single contact, and this is to get all the contacts, and this is to create a contact, and this is also to get a single contact, and this is to edit, and this is also to delete. And I will also verify my MongoDB. And as you can see that the database shows the database name and is updated, and I have at least 5 contacts recorded here, and at least it shows their first name, their last name, their email, their favorite color, and of course their date of birth. And I would also like to show you my contact.rest file. These files allow me to test all routes directly from my VS Code using REST client extension. And finally, I would like to show my deployment confirmation, which I will do on render. As you can see, contact API is running. As you can see, everything works fine. Everything is deployed. And this concludes my week 2 contact API project. Thank you very much for watching.